Some people are going to really enjoy this video. Some people are going to be super offended.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. Today we are doing questions. I asked on Instagram for people to send me questions for me and Chris to answer, and I have a lot of questions. Did you know I had a lot of questions?
I had 4, I think. 4 people responded to mine.
Well, I had a lot more than 4. A lot.
Thank you to the 4 people who actually looked at my story today. Cheers.
That's all the people that looked at your story.
By the way, we, in order to film this, it's, what day is it? Friday? So Friday night, our, I already forgot what I was going to say. Our Friday fun, like, people are like, you know, what do you do on a Friday night? Is like sitting at home drinking wine, filming YouTube videos. So I said, wait till we finish drinking the first bottle of wine before we even turn the camera on. So bottle 1 is done. And this video is not sponsored. Well, it kind of is. This video is sponsored by Fit Vine Wine. So thank you, Fit Vine Wine. So 1 bottle of Cabernet is down. Now we're on the 2nd bottle of Cab. So we'll try and finish that before we finish.
Nobody asked me what my favorite type of wine was.
No one cared.
I'm going to let you guys know. It's Cabernet. Okay, should we get started?
We started already.
Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, so I screenshotted these.
How does this work? You ask the question.
What, you think I'm interviewing?
Is that your go back? Is that your camera roll?
Yeah, I saved it on my camera roll.
Who took these photos?
Shh. Stop looking through my camera roll. Nobody ever gets to swipe right on my camera. Okay.
You get nothing but Snapchat notifications. You can't even pull up your pictures because it's just Snapchat notifications. Snapchat notifications.
Okay, this one's for you.
All right.
Actually, it's for me because I make the decisions.
Okay. Will
there ever be a time where you won't have a beard, Chris? No.
I don't think so.
I like you with a beard.
Yeah. I don't plan on shaving.
Also, I mean, guys, look at this. Look how small his face is.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry. Two bottles. Okay. How do you keep your dog from attacking your snakes? That's a legitimate question, but I think you have it backwards. It's more, how do you keep the snakes from attacking your dog?
Yeah, so
right?
We have like big enclosures that are like down on the floor, and those have like the retics and the berms, and like when when Josh goes downstairs by the retic, like she literally like comes to the glass and is literally ready to, and I think she could take him down because she's like an 8 or 9 foot retic, and he's
Josh
like
is small.
He's like a 40-pound dog, so I think the retic would win in that battle. But Josh doesn't care.
I don't think she could kill him.
Like we try to show Josh the snake. Like we're like, look at the snake, look, and he just won't look at it. He has
wags
no
his
clue.
tail and gets excited that he's getting so much attention. It's so sweet.
It's kind of dangerous.
It's dangerous, yeah. Okay, this one also is for you. You guys are sending all these for Chris.
I told Harry I watched the Vic's Vlog to Victory. It's filmed by Michael Vick, and he teaches you how to train your pit bull to be a little bit more aggressive. The video's killer to watch. It's really good. Sorry, go ahead. What's the next one?
Jesus. Can I marry Chris? Also not a question, but
Are these anybody we know?
Jesse.
Oh, Jesse Garcia. Jesse.
He's taken. But I'll share him. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna skip that one.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna skip that one.
Our parents watch these.
Yeah, my parents watch this. Alex Wolf, my parents watch my videos.
Alex Wolf, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, how can I get my strength back in my hip after hip replacement? So that's gonna be, that's challenging. You definitely...
Maybe they replaced your hip with like a stronger person's hip that you didn't even know. So maybe you're already stronger than you realize. My thing is when you come out of surgery is just try to deadlift and see if you're stronger or weaker. That way you'll know whose hip they put in you.
Don't do that. You want to work the smaller muscle groups around the area. Cardio is going to be safer.
You're giving drunken weightlifting advice?
physical therapy is going to be the most important thing because the physical therapist is going to test your limits. It's not something that you should be testing on your own. And that is my professional opinion. Thank you very much. Okay. Another one for Chris.
All right.
My whole following is into my husband.
This is going to get more entertaining now.
Chris, how do you feel changing and going for bulk? Can I answer this?
You could try.
Okay. It's really, really hard for me because I have to do all the cooking. It's a lot of extra work because you're eating like 7 times a day.
Yeah.
Which is obnoxious for me to have to cook my meals and his
Relax.
meals.
One of those meals is like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The other one's like a tuna fish sandwich. You're not doing that much cooking.
It's obnoxious.
And the rest of the meals are being microwaved.
On the other hand, I really like all the meat that he's putting on. It's kind of nice.
She does love my meat.
Okay, well, I wasn't afraid of that piece of meat. Go ahead, you answer the question.
What's the question?
How do you feel changing and going for a bulk?
I hate feeling fat.
Well, you're not fat. You're thick right now.
You're the only one that says I'm thick. Like all the other, like my side girls, they're always like, you still look good. You're not that thick. You're the only one.
Well, I see you every day. Your side girls don't see you every day, I guess. This one may be for you as well. What's your favorite bikini and what's Chris's favorite bikini on you?
I love any of the Brazilian cuts because I really feel like they contour to my butt better than the rest. So like scrunch butts, Brazilian cuts, those fit me probably better than any of the others.
I agree. The Brazilian cuts I also like better. I like the Brazilian cuts a lot better than the like thong bikinis, I guess. KL Swimwear is my favorite, and this is not sponsored by them, but their suits, especially the bottoms, tend to fit.
It should be. KL, send some more bikinis.
You're so sweet.
No.
Kiss me.
Where?
What does Chris do for work? And you gave me anxiety training that close to it. Oh, probably meaning the Viper. I apologize for the anxiety that I have caused.
Oh, you think that was anxiety? Let her drive the Viper. Yeah.
I saw there's questions about the Viper later on. But what do you do for work?
I don't like to say, like, I hate putting like labels on things as like gigolo or escort. But I get paid by high class, middle-aged women to take them to events, stand by their side, and do things of that nature. Where it leads after that, I can't really discuss due to like legal obligations. I think that answers it fully. Next question.
Okay. We're not taking these questions seriously then. Okay, got it.
No, what do I do for a living? I own the SF Beard Company, sfbeard.com. We make all kinds of all natural organic beard products, beard oil, beard balm, beard butters, apparel, booty shorts, insert B-roll of girls in booty shorts. Also, we own SFB Exotics. It's a snake breeding company. Our basement, did you ever watch Indiana Jones? Remember when they go into the cave, snakes everywhere? That's our basement. It was filmed literally here in Toms River, New Jersey, in our basement. We get snakes, open the basement door, throw them in the basement, they start breeding, and then we ship and sell those snakes.
Some of that is...
That's basically completely 100% accurate.
Spot on, yeah. We're still going to prison.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, what's the best way to lose weight and stay focused on your goals? Okay, so back to serious talk. Best way to lose weight and stay focused on your goals is going to be to set short-term goals. So what I always recommend for my clients is to set a long-term goal. Yes, want to lose 20 pounds, want to lose 30 pounds, want to lose 100 pounds, but it's the little goals, those stepping stones that we set for daily life or on a weekly basis that get you to your results. And the best way to do that is to have a coach to keep you on track with your accountability, which I do. So send me a message and I will get you on track and heading towards your goals. You two seem so humble. Wish I didn't live across the country from you guys. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'm only humbled because of how good I've gotten. Like when you build that kind of an empire and
You're like a walking, talking oxymoron.
Sorry.
It's a very important question. I'll zoom in.
Which one is it?
What just happened? Hold on.
Wait, that's you? Who's that other girl?
Jesus. It's a really heavy question. Should we avoid this one? Or like just go in hard?
Oh, I'm drunk, so I'll go into the gym right now.
Okay, so this question is probably my favorite question of the evening. Who can deadlift more? Just keep in mind, I just edited a video of us deadlifting with Jenna Geary and Christopher Luke. So they can vouch for things.
I could definitely out deadlift Christopher Luke.
You think that's accurate? He's really...
For those that don't know, Christopher Luke is my biological half-brother. You just spit wine. What?
I don't know. It's
Why
like I don't know. It's like I never heard you say that
Impose
before.
photo of Christopher Luke right here. Yeah, DM. I think, what's his name? There's an underscore.
Chris
Luke. Christopher Luke.
Christopher Luke.
He is probably not watching this video, so shoot into his DMs.
He just watched the Viper video. He laughed for hours.
Well, in case he doesn't see it, shoot in his DMs. Explain to him that Chris is stronger than him. Chris Graham, his half-brother, he'll know, is definitely stronger than him.
Okay. The question was, who could deadlift more, though? Me or you?
You know the answer, but I'm not going to say it.
I just want to hear you say
I can out-deadlift you. I honestly can. I'll deadlift 465 right now. Drunk. With no shoes on. In jeans. Fran Denim jeans.
Is that another plug?
Was it? Why, do you have a coupon code for Fran Denim that you want to share with everybody? We'll put it down here.
We'll put it down at the bottom just in case. How do you handle relationship ups and downs when one of you is seen as an Instagram hottie? I guess I have to answer this.
I don't like I told you this before. I don't like labeling myself as an Instagram.
He gets
hottie.
very insecure when he's labeled as an Instagram hottie. But
wait, what was his name? The bearded gym rat. I don't even know him, but why has he not slid into my DMs or gone on to sfbeard.com yet?
I don't know, the bearded gym rat. Why are you not buying our products yet? Or maybe he does and we just don't know what his first and last name is. I don't know.
Yeah, bearded gym rat. Send us your full name and social security number so we can see if you've ever bought from us before.
So, to answer your question, in all seriousness, neither one of us, this hottie or this hottie, neither one of us is jealous. I don't think we're ever jealous. Do we have that issue?
You don't get jealous?
No, I don't get jealous. I don't get jealous. When do I get jealous?
All right. Next question.
I don't think I get jealous. Anyway, do you necessarily have to be muscular to attract a muscular girl?
So do you got to be jacked to get a jacked girl?
I don't think so. Look
at me.
No, but seriously, I don't think so. I think it comes down to what she's into, and not all muscular girls are into super buff dudes. And vice versa. Not all buff dudes are into super muscular girls. So, no, I think it's preference. I need to lose about 30 pounds. Any suggestions? Slide into my DMs and hire me as a coach. But it
what did
does
I weigh?
come down
225, and I lost 30
pounds.
pounds in 3 months.
Yeah, so it's very realistic if you stick to the plan. Adding cardio, it doesn't have to be like crazy cardio, but it's a lot of like cutting out sugar. Sometimes it really comes down to being told the things that you need to hear. I can't cut out that sugar. It's like cutting out the things that you need to cut out, but having somebody tell you to do it sometimes is the most important thing. I just refilled myself.
We gotta get to bottle number 3 before this video's over.
Jesus.
I'll go get it in a minute. Oh, this bottle's almost empty.
No, but the big thing with you, take Chris for example.
Don't talk about the big thing with me.
30 pounds. We cut sugar out first. That was a big thing. I added 2 meals. He was eating 3 meals a day. On the plan, he's eating 5 meals a day. Now he's eating 7 because he's bulking. And where are you going?
To get another bottle of wine.
Drinking water. I had him up to a gallon a day, where I think he was drinking like 16 ounces. It was insane. So all these like little things added up, and in turn, like he developed a high metabolism, which he hasn't had since he was a kid. So it is doable, but sign in my DMs and I'll walk you through it. That's my job.
Oh man.
I'm a super jealous person. How does Chris deal with all the thirsty men sweating you so much?
Was that my question?
That's for you. How do you handle all the thirsty men sweating me so much?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't get jealous.
No.
You're good.
I think you'll be jealous if you're like if you just don't trust the person.
Right. And like, okay, so
Like
back
if I
to
was with somebody I didn't trust, I was like, that girl's probably sleeping around. Then I probably have my guard up and
right, and like back to like when you said I was jealous. I'm not jealous.
You get a little bit jealous.
No, I'm not jealous.
you could have
Because I know
100
you're coming
dudes
home
slide
to
in your
me.
DMs in a day. I get like 6. And you'd be like, wait, who was Karen?
That's not true.
Sorry, blow up your spot, Karen.
It's not true. It's the issue is knowing that he's gonna come home to you or she's gonna come home to you, or there's a chance that they're gonna go to somebody else. I think that's the issue. It has nothing to do with like jealousy.
I have eyes for only one girl and 4 others. They know who they are.
You're such a dumbass. Have you ever thought about starting a fans only or Patreon account?
Whoa.
And
What is that?
Next question is plan on starting a fans only question mark?
It's fans only stuff. What's that all about? What's a fans only?
We may have talked about
I
it.
feel like I'm gonna spill this on myself.
I
I'm
know.
like being so nervous on the carpet.
Next question. Now, a stag slash vixen couple or cuckold?
You know, I'm laughing because
Or
she
just
doesn't
in
even
the
know
lifestyle.
what any of this stuff is.
I know what the lifestyle is now. I've been asked a lot of times about that. But I'm assuming that this is all jumbled into one big pot.
Do you know what a cuckold is?
No, I feel like I've been explained it a hundred
Comment down
times.
below. No, don't comment down below. We're gonna get demonetized. We probably shouldn't even talk about this. We're gonna get demonetized on all this.
Okay, so
A
we're...
cuckold is. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Okay, are you gonna whisper in my ear?
Yeah.
Okay. No. We're not into none of that. No. Do either of you have a favorite Christmas song or movie growing up?
Yes.
Growing up. What was your
Yeah.
favorite? What?
And I love it even more the older I get. What's that really racist, sexist song that involves alcohol? The It's Cold Outside.
Baby, it's cold
Yeah, you
outside.
can't say that on television.
Why?
That's my favorite because they found it was extremely racist and sexist.
How is it racist?
And it attacked women, so they can't say that song anymore. It's on the radio. So now
Is
that's
that
my favorite
real?
song. Yeah, it's 100% real. You can't. That song's not on the radio anymore.
That's like the sexiest Christmas song.
No, because it was about a drunk guy trying to get a random girl drunk in his house, so she couldn't drive home, and then he was gonna sexually abuse her.
Why is all that?
And the people that
that's implied.
felt that way loved that song as a kid. So they loved it as a kid, then they grew up and they were like, "This is really."
That is not true.
Yes,
You're
it's
making
100%.
this up.
Comment down below if I'm right. All right, next question.
How's Chris's bulk going?
Good. I went from 193 to 215, and I've been holding at 215. I'm not actively bulking.
No,
now.
we're
I'm kind
in
of like
it.
holding.
We're in maintenance.
And now I'm like ready for a cut. So like I'll go from 215 probably to 200. The goal is like a solid 15 pounds, which I think I could do kind of quick. Maybe I'll go down as low as 190 depending how I look.
Right, but your goal is going to be to keep size on. So right now he's in maintenance mode, so we've reduced some of his calories, and I have him on maintenance mode, which is going to be about 4 weeks. He just kind of started that this week, and at the end of around the holiday season, January 1st, he's going to start his actual cut.
Yes. Well said.
How much do you love me?
How many more questions you got?
I'm done. Where are your four? You have 4 questions, don't you? You 4. 4? Remember?
Yeah. Would you ever be in an open relationship? Should we answer at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
No.
Yes. No.
You said yes.
You really wouldn't? Like if it was like,
You want to share me?
no. I look at it differently.
How do you look at this? Sure, I would love to.
I want to share myself with others because to me, giving
You're such a martyr.
is better than receiving.
You're
So I want to bless the community.
The community of women?
Yeah.
This is where the crickets come in. B-roll cricket sounds.
No, I want to be in an open
Oh, you're still
relationship.
going.
But not you.
You're still answering this.
All right, next question. Choose each other's spirit
I don't
animals.
get jealous.
Choose each other's spirit animals.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
get
have to
pick
think.
what would be my spirit animal, and then I have to pick what your spirit animal would be.
Okay, you'd be a dog. Because...
It's fitting already.
It's fitting because all you want to do is play with you. All they do is lick their dicks all day. So at least to you.
Goodbye, monetization. Hold on. We've got to rewind this.
How is that not accurate?
Because I can't do that.
And you would if you could. So I figured it out. Okay,
Next
what's
question.
my spirit animal?
You'd be an ass. Because you're stubborn.
I'm a Taurus. I'm allowed to be stubborn. Okay.
How do you get along with How do you get along with each other's families?
We love each other's families.
Great. I say it's all great. We get along.
This is terrific.
I'm not an alcoholic. Do you remember when
Remember when I got a hole in my foot?
Do you remember when we went on a family cruise and we had a room with a balcony? That was like a room next to your brother
Oh
who
my
had a
God.
balcony?
My poor brother. I hope he doesn't watch my videos. He doesn't watch my videos.
No. But I was like,
nobody watches
I think the
this
topic
stuff.
may have come up about hearing somebody like possibly begging for help on their balcony.
I didn't
And I
get
had to
help.
explain to your
Help
young
was
brother.
not quite.
The whimpering that they heard was completely normal. It was seasickness, Michael. Everybody was A-okay in
We
our
love
balcony.
each other's families.
Do either of you have any funny drunk stories about the other person?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You do?
You don't? I have one. I have one good one. And we can end on this. This is the last question I have. My final question. Actually, it might be one more question coming up with you. We together, I and me and her, we went to a work, I'm trying to put all this politically correct. We went to a work holiday function. It was a Christmas party for my work. And I was new at this job. And so I didn't know a lot of people there. And so it was like that awkwardness where it was like I was meeting a lot of people for the first time.
Oh, this was our first Christmas party.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know what he's going to tell you.
So when you're nervous, I don't know about anybody else, but you sometimes will drink alcohol to deal with the anxiety and the nerves. So Kristen drank a lot. I did not drink because I had to drive home. So I was responsible. So Kristen drank. And
I got in a cop car that night.
yeah, let's leave out any details that could be incriminating
Okay.
to anybody.
We're going to do that.
So we ended up driving home. You were extremely intoxicated to the point that you passed out in the passenger seat and would not wake up. We were in a Honda Civic Hybrid, and we were traveling south on the Garden State Parkway in New Jersey. We were slightly in excess of the speed limit as per the police department that stopped us. Slightly in excess. And they pulled us over. I politely asked Kristen to wake up because she was unconscious. She refused. Hands down, refused to wake up. And the police came to the passenger side window.
Which was a safety feature for them.
Right. They were doing everything by protocol.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled the window down. Kristen was still sleeping. I showed them all my documents and credentials. They let me go with a warning, which I appreciate and I thank them for. I rolled the window up and they said, "Have a good night." They walked back to their vehicle. As they left our window and started to walk back to their police car, Kristen, like a shotgun blast, woke up and vomited all over the passenger side. Passenger side. I can't even finish the story.
This is why we no longer have a Honda Civic.
The passenger side window the front windshield, the dashboard, inside the air conditioning vents. And the police are still behind us with their lights going, and they're sitting in their patrol car, and I thought to myself, if they walk back up to the passenger side window, I couldn't roll it down for the fact that it was covered in vomit. So they proceeded to leave, and then I left. No, I didn't leave. I exited the vehicle. I walked to the passenger seat. You were still not awake and under your own accord. So I opened the passenger side door.
Is this a professional documentation of the incident?
Because I don't know if legally we're in any trouble if we admit this story. I opened the passenger side door. She is now hanging outside the door by her seatbelt. And I opened it in case she was still going to be ill. Maybe it was the seafood or the seashells and I don't know what you ate.
By the seashore?
You were maybe allergic. It was allergic reaction.
Right, because I didn't drink anything.
So I opened the door. She was hanging outside. She did not get sick anymore. We shut the door, packed her back in the car, and drove home. We got home at like 4 in the morning. At 7 a.m. I woke up and Kristen was no longer in bed. I walked outside. She was outside with big yellow gloves, cleaning the Honda Civic the best she could as like a guilty, like I'm so sorry. So we did at that point the only thing that we could do. We cleaned it the best we could, drove it to the Honda dealership.
Oh, can I say what happened next?
Go ahead.
He bought me a Lincoln.
And we got a Lincoln.
My first MKZ.
MKZ, we traded it in. They were like, wow, this Honda Civic was bought brand new. It has no miles on it. You bought it like a year ago. Is there anything wrong with it? And I was like, no. The air conditioning vents smelled horrible. I was like,
don't turn them on.
It's fine. Everything works pristine. Traded that in, got a Lincoln MKZ. We drove home. Never looked back at that Honda Civic again.
No, we never went back to the car dealer either.
Yeah.
Christopher and I went to a birthday party. Somewhat local. It wasn't that far of a drive. And it was a beer party. And I can tell you that I'm not a big beer drinker. I like my wine and I like my vodka. But beer and I typically choose not to go so crazy. But Chris likes to taste different beers and sample different beers.
That night, I believe I had an allergic reaction to the beer. Something wasn't right with it.
Right. So he had an allergic reaction to the beer. At some point throughout the night, I lost him. I couldn't find you. I went out to the car. Did you go out to the car? Did I go out to the car?
I went.
You went to the car. I could not locate him. We both had phones. He was not answering his phone until I finally got a message that said help.
You. Yeah, I texted you. It took me about 30 minutes to figure out how to text.
Help. Help. It was very unspecific, other than the fact that he needed me clearly, and I did not know where to locate him. Where are you? How can I find you? Did you leave the party? No answer. So finally I decided that I was going to go to the car because I had the keys. I go to the car and I found Christopher.
I was in the passenger seat.
He was in the passenger seat because he knew damn well that he was not going to be driving the vehicle home. He was sitting and it looked something like this in the passenger seat, eyes closed, cell phone in his lap, where he probably sent help and then just kind of knocked himself out. I drove him all the way home, and we get in the driveway. Your parents were here.
They were watching.
Watching Kylie. And
Kylie was like very young.
She was, oh my God, she must have been like maybe 3.
Yeah.
If that. And I remember coming in the house and Chris would not get out of the car. I tried pulling him, open the door, tried to pull him out. Chris's dad had to come outside and try to help me get him out of the car seat. Did you?
I was in the car seat.
In the passenger seat. Did you? You puked.
I got ill.
He puked. He proceeded to vomit all over my driveway. For quite a while, probably a good 5 minutes. Yeah. You also peed on the driveway.
I think my dad abandoned me at that point. He was like, oh, forget it. I'm not doing this.
It's like, Kathy, get in the car.
Yeah.
So they left. Eventually, Chris came inside, went to bed. The next morning, we were getting ready. We had plans to have our boat serviced. Yes. We had a friend coming over, son-in-law coming over to help us.
Not our son-in-law.
Not our son-in-law.
It was a friend of the family, very close. It was basically like a cousin coming over.
It was like a cousin coming over to help with the boat, to help de-winterize the boat so we can get in the water.
It was like I woke up and I was like, oh crap, somebody's supposed to come to the house in like, in like 30 minutes.
Chris goes outside and takes the hose and just starts cleaning the driveway of all the pulled pork that he vomited the night before and left in the driveway. Also, whatever urine was left there. So as Chris is cleaning the driveway, this kid comes.
It's all coming back now.
It's all coming back now? So this kid comes and he's like, what happened? And Chris is like, I don't want to talk about it.
He walked up and I was like, no way would anybody know what I was doing. I mean, I think it was cold outside. Like randomly I was standing with a hose, it's like watering my driveway. And he was like, are you washing vomit down your driveway? And I was like, how do you know that? Like, it's just water.
It was pulled pork.
And he was like actively judging me, like, is that vomit? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, is it pulled pork? And I was like, yes. And that was it. And then he didn't speak another word of it. And then I completely hung over to hell. He like was trying to teach me how to winterize my boat. And all I could think the whole time was like, don't vomit. Like I was so sick. And he was like, antifreeze this. And I was like, please don't vomit. And he was like, do this, plug this hole. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up all over my boat. And we got through it and the boat was winterized. And we all lived happily ever after.
Right. De-winterized.
Yeah.
It was May.
De-winterized? No, it was winterized.
De-winterized. It was May. It was going into the water.
Oh. Okay. Last question. Do you want to go to the bedroom?
Did you add that one?
That was submitted by me. Is it a yes?
It's always a yes.
And just like that, this video is over. I'll let you do the closing.
Now I'm blushing. Okay guys, so comment below, let me know if you liked the video, if you want to see more of this banter.
Hold on. You literally are in the middle, it's just like our bed. You are in the middle of the screen.
This is how I sleep at night.
And you are, like the heat coming off you. I'm sweating. We have this whole couch to be in frame right now. You can slide over, I'm sweating profusely right now.
Uncomfortable.
All right, go ahead, as you were.
All right, so.
No, you don't have to lean in, just stand there, like the camera can see you.
Let me know if you liked the video. What? He's rolling his eyes, isn't he? Is he rolling his eyes?
And don't forget to subscribe to Chris Graham SFB. YouTube.com/Chris Graham SFB for my channel.
I am closing out my video right now. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button. Go over to this guy's channel. He's almost at 1,000 subs. Show him a little love. He's
so
slightly comical. Also, I have some stories that could really incriminate him, but we'll get into this.
Oh my God! It's not a stick shift anymore. We're done with the driving.
I didn't mean to
Easy.
do that. Okay. Comment below. Love you guys. See you next time. Cheers.
Peace out. To the bedroom.